As the son of Odin, Anthony Hopkins, king of the Norse gods, Thor, Chris Hemsworth, will soon inherit the throne of Asgard from his aging father. However, on the day that he is to be crowned, Thor reacts with brutality when the god's enemies, the Frost Giants, enter the palace in violation of their treaty. As punishment, Odin banishes Thor to Earth. Meanwhile, Loki seeks to take the crown while Odin is down and Thor is out of the way. To think that was kind of all meh about this movie when I first thought about watching it, but I think it's because I confused it with the other Thor movie, Thor: The Dark World. That one I don't believe I liked. I thought it was blah. I guess we'll see. Because I'll have to watch that one eventually, right? While this Thor doesn't have the crack-me-up humor like the later ones have, like Thor Ragnarok, oh my gosh, totally cracked me up. Or even just the Avengers have with the humor of Thor. It still has the I would say, the seed of it, and I can see it start in this one. I can see how they maybe started getting ideas. Let's make it funnier or whatever. So it definitely has the beginning of said humor in the first Thor. And all the actors did a really good job. I love them all. The only thing is I just didn't believe the spark between Natalie Portman's character Jane and Chris Hemsworth's character Thor. I didn't feel the spark. I didn't like, what? Huh? The effects hold up still, and the whole kind of angry teenager Thor becoming a man story that they have for his creation story, kind of a mini creation story, I think it's really cool. I mean, he starts off as like an angry, power-hungry kid that learns to crush and fight and blah, blah, blah. And then by the end, you know, he kind of goes to becoming a man, and that's when he regains his powers, if you will. I think that's really cool. That takes me to the tool that I learned from this one, in fact. Take it from Uncle Ben. With great power comes great responsibility. In this case, Thor had grown up the prince of a god. Super powerful, he could always fight and win. It was just like fun for him. There was no risk, he could just do whatever he wanted. And then when he actually appeared to have power, or on the verge of having power, and he sees an opportunity to strike an enemy, he goes so aggressive. And it's like, dude, that's not being kind, that's not having humility. So it takes me to my point that I think with great power comes great responsibility. I think in order to do that, you have to have humility. You have to practice humility. He thought himself better than everyone. You should have seen him in this scene when he's in there, and he's just so proud of himself. Yeah, I'm the champion. I mean, so full, so ego-driven. And I think humility is the way we can avoid, us as people, to avoid being abusive with our power. Because I think abuse of power causes suffering, and I don't want to cause suffering in my life or other people's life. So I got to have humility whenever possible. Ralph Waldo Emerson once said, "A great man is always willing to be little." And since I'm trying to practice humility here, why don't you guys give your opinion on what you think about that, as far as that's what he needed was humility. And that's good for us, for our tools as well. And I think that's what I found for building a better life today in this movie. Thor was a blast for me, and it always is when I watch it. In fact, I would say this is one of those movies where after watching it, I was like, oh no, it's over already? Don't leave us. Like Good Will Hunting at the end, I'm like, where they're playing the car, he's driving off to see about a girl. I'm like, no, I want to be there. I want to follow you, man. And it ends and the credits roll. This movie kind of had a similar feel for me, which is always a sign of a good movie. In fact, all the creation stories, most of them that so far that I've seen in this MCU playlist have been A+. We have, the good ones have been Iron Man, obviously. Captain America, very similar. Thor feels very similar too. Like, they have it down. They have a good story thing. The Incredible Hulk, you could tell they're kind of working on it, and it's kind of a mixed story with that one anyways, but it still was pretty good, but not at the caliber of these ones. But that's why I'm going to give Thor, out of scale of 1 to 10, an 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10. But hey guys, you don't have to stop learning from movies, TVs, and documentaries the tools of building a better life. You can choose the MCU playlist right there. That's right there, guys. Or you can pick a random movie right there. Either way, let's keep learning.